All right, and we're into our volume unit. Here we start out with 12.1. It's all about solids. We're going to talk about solid figures. So what is a solid figure? It is a three-dimensional shape or solid that takes up space. One solid is a cube. All the faces of a cube are squares. Faces are what you see right here, and faces meet along segments that are called edges. These are a face, this is a face, and this is an edge right here. Edges meet at points that are called vertices. So there's a vertice, there's a vertice, there's a vertice, because they're meeting, okay? And a singular vertice is called a vertex. Okay, there's just a little bit of vocabulary for you. So to refresh, we have a face right here. We have an edge wherever two faces meet. And vertices is where the edges meet together at a point. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? So on this cube alone, we have how many faces, how many edges, and how many vertices? Well, let's go with faces. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So a cube has 4 sides, a top and a bottom, which means you have 6 faces. How many edges do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You have 12 edges. And how many vertices? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. You have 8 vertices. Okay? The next shape we're going to talk about is a prism. This happens to be a rectangular prism. It's a solid with 2 parallel bases that are the same, and shapes and faces that are parallelograms. So parallelograms mean they have 2 opposite sides that are the same. So this is a parallelogram because this side, this edge and this edge are the same, and this edge and this edge are the same. Okay? So how many faces does a rectangular prism have? Well, here's 1, and you know there's one on the opposite side, 2, 3, one on the opposite side is 4, then top, 5, top, and bottom, 6. So we have 6 faces, just like the cube. How many edges? This is how I count my edges. It might not have been clear with the cube. I look at the shape that's in the front. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And the same shapes in the back. 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you have connectors. 9, 10, 11, 12. So you have 12 edges. And how many vertices where they all meet? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have 8 points where they all come together and meet. This next shape is a pyramid, and it's a solid with one base that is a polygon, so it's a square. And then the other faces are triangles with a common vertex. So if you look, you could see the bottom here is a square, so you know that you have how many sides. If you have a square, you have 4 sides. Okay, so let's go ahead and count our faces. We are going to have 1, 2, 3, and 4 on our base, so 5 faces. How many edges? 1, 2, 3, 4 for our square. 5, 6, 7, 8. When you touch all the different edges, so 8 edges. And then how many vertices? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 at the bottom, and a 5th one at the top. So So 5 vertices. Let's try our next shape. Our next two shapes are unique because they have circular bases. So we have a cone, which is a solid with one circular base. The joints on the cone are joined at the point outside the base, so they're joined right there. Okay? And a cylinder is a solid with two circular bases, one here and one there. And they have that are parallel, so they're parallel from each other. And they are the same size and shape. So this top shape is the same size as this bottom shape. And they have one surface running around the outside of it. Okay, so that's just a little information on the cone and the cylinder. Now go ahead and complete your 12-1 worksheet, which has to do with faces, edges, and vertices. Good luck.